What's up and welcome back to another video. Guys, today I'm going to be challenging myself to build one mock from every single LEGO Star Wars prequel movie, starting with episode 1 and going all the way to episode 3. We have a lot to get done in this video, so without further ado, let's get right on into this video. The first movie that we're going to be tackling in this video is episode 1, The Phantom Menace. The build that we want to depict here is going to be the Duel of the Fates, where Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon take on Darth Maul. The main challenge that we faced was getting the shape for the hole correct, given that I don't have many pieces in a nice rounded area, so we had to make it a bit more blocky. But once we figured that out, we moved on to tiling and putting on some different details and texturing in the ground. If you see 2 sets of hands, that's because my friend James is helping me out with these mocks, so shout out to him. I'll leave a link to his socials down below in the comment section of this video. Qui-Gon Jinn and his Padawan Obi-Wan Kenobi have engaged the Sith Lord Darth Maul on the planet of Naboo. Qui-Gon engages in battle with the Sith Lord but is quickly taken down. Obi-Wan runs to get to him but was separated by a ray shield, so he is late to join the battle. This mock was a lot of fun to put together, and I think it turned out pretty accurate. Now, I'm going to shuffle it around and make some other scenes, and I do apologize for the very, very sad version of Obi-Wan that I had to use because I do not have the Padawan Obi-Wan minifigure. Qui-Gon has fallen to Darth Maul. However, Obi-Wan, after turning the tides of the battle, was able to sever the legs from Darth Maul and push him down the hole in the ground. We had a lot of fun building this mock, and I think it turned out pretty good with some pretty nice detail, and I am actually pretty happy with this one, and I like the idea that we used to put the little ray shield in the background using some red paper. The mock for episode 1 is done. Turned out very well. Had a little bit of struggle putting it together and running out of parts, but now it is time to move on to episode 2. Next up, it is time to tackle episode 2, The Attack of the Clones, one of my personal favorites from the prequels. We decided to depict our favorite scene from the movie being when all of the droids come on to attack all of the Jedi that are in the Geonosis arena, but then Yoda pulls up with the clones and the gunships to save them. Now, we're not going to be building the actual gunship portion, we're going to be building when the Jedi are surrounded, and it looks like all hope has been lost. Now, to start this off, we have to tile up all of the ground, which is a lot of long and tedious work, but having 2 people makes it go by a lot faster and makes it a lot more of an enjoyable experience. Now, I guess the coloring was a little bit off, but still should be good enough to get the work done. We had to throw the movie on in the background to get some inspiration for this one, and then we kept working, tiling off and building up some of the walls. We weren't going to fully enclose it like the arena actually is, but we did want to build the small perch where Count Dooku is going to stand and oversee this battle. With the tiling almost done, we approached the final stretch, adding in some different details and finishing up the tiling, which actually came together pretty good, and then we added in some last touches. The Jedi come to Geonosis to rescue Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Padme Amidala from their captor in the Geonosis arena. Jango Fett has arrived on the scene and was quickly taken down by Mace Windu. However, Dooku has deployed his new army of the droids, and it is not looking too good for the Jedi, as they are vastly outnumbered. As they come down to their final numbers, they are left stranded in the middle of the battlefield. Now, this mock was a lot of fun to put together, and we were able to get some pretty good detail in. I do really love the perch where Dooku was able to overlook, and I also think overall, being a pretty basic mock and just a bunch of bland colors, we still got some good detail. Moving on to episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, I want to build one of my favorite scenes from the movies, being during Order 66 outside of the Jedi Temple, where Yoda and Obi-Wan effortlessly take down tons of different 501st clone troopers. Now, I got this tiled off pretty quickly, and I went for a bit of a smaller build for this one, because I really wanted to focus more on like a diorama style build just for this, and I think it turned out really good. Order 66 has commenced, and Obi-Wan and Yoda find themselves outside the temple surrounded by different clone troopers. I had a ton of fun putting this mock together. I love any excuse to use the battle-scarred clone troopers in a mock, and I made a different mock of this about a year ago now, and it is what sparked the idea for the battle-scarred clone troopers, and I think they add so much to the mock. And I think I'm going to end up keeping this one together for a little while longer before I end up taking it apart. I had a bit of struggle building up the walls in the back, but I think it turned out pretty good. And the mock for episode 3 is done. This has always been a scene that I loved from that movie. Just seeing Obi-Wan and Yoda be able to effortlessly take down the 501st always looked very cool to me, and I think using the battle-scarred clone troopers here just makes it look even better. This is one that I might keep together and keep on display for a little bit, because I think it turned out very well. Yes, the background could use a little bit of work. It is something that I rushed, but this is not the last mock in the video because we have a bonus mock for you today. And we couldn't make this video without showing some love to the Sheev spin, Palpatine's arrest. Now, we didn't want to make this an overall part of this video just because we couldn't do it justice with the pieces that I had on hand, but we had to give it a shot, and I think it turned out very good, and I do love Palpatine's arrest, and we had to give it a try, and I love it. I couldn't do this video and not try and make a Palpatine's arrest diorama, because Palpatine's arrest is such an iconic set and a scene, and I had to do it justice here. Maybe this wasn't done too much justice. I didn't have the archway pieces, so the window looks a little bit odd. But other than that, I think it turned out very, very well, and I was very happy to try my hand at this mock. But that is going to be all of the mocks that I made for this video, all 4. Let me know down below in the comments which mock out of the 4 was your favorite, and if you want to see me do this again with another trilogy, let me know down below in the comments and we will. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe. Drew signing out.